What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jordxn. In today's video, I might sound like I'm sick, and that's because my sinuses is kicking my ass right now. Like, I feel that shit right here in my fucking face. But I wasn't gonna shoot, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot videos for y'all because I gotta stay consistent. I gotta do what I do. So here I am. The first tip I got for you is to don't be nervous, don't be anxious, whatever. Relax. This not saying like be chill, whatever. Don't be energy driven, whatever song you're trying to record. I'm just saying don't be nervous, don't be intimidated, don't feel self-conscious. Like, be confident in yourself. Relax, get comfortable. Be comfortable. You should never record in an environment that you're not really comfortable in, especially you females. Ladies, listen to me. Like, listen to me. If you don't feel comfortable recording with a dude, don't put yourself in that situation. I've had a lot of girls tell me that they were put in uncomfortable positions and felt unsafe recording with dudes. And dudes, if you putting females in these uncomfortable environments, you need to stop that shit, all right? That's not cool. It's not cool, bruh. That's not cool at all. But listen, be comfortable. If you're not comfortable there, for whatever reason, don't record there. Find somewhere else that you can go record and be comfortable. Tip number 2, practice on your vocal takes. We want to get good vocal takes the first time, or the first 2 times, or the first 3 times. We don't want to spend an hour of studio time recording one verse. We don't want to spend an hour recording one hook. We don't want to spend an hour recording half a song. We don't want to do that. We don't want to rush through a song with bad vocal takes, then get to the mixing process, and then we're like, damn, I got to re-record this whole song. All right? That's going to lead to problems because you're going to try to rush through it again just so you can drop the song at whatever time that you decided you was going to drop the song. And when it comes to good vocal takes, make sure your takes are not coming in too hot and make sure they're not too low. All right? If they're too low, it's going to be a problem at some point, right? And if it's too loud, it's going to be a problem. But if your signal is too inconsistent, it's going to cause issues. All right, you're going to have to go back in and automate certain things. The compression might not hit the same. It's just practice recording good vocal takes. Because if you get a good vocal take, that, like, you're halfway there. You know what I'm saying? That's a good starting point. The better the vocal take, the less you're going to have to do when it comes to mixing. The third tip is to use pop filters or like something like this. Right, this is like a pop filter, but this has a pop filter on it. Use pop filters. You can get the little little metal one, the little circle one with the little stocking in the middle. That one, just use a pop filter because it's gonna block out the and the air and all that other shit that goes into the microphone. You want to try to reduce that as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to have all that extra shit going into the microphone. You don't want to have the breaths and shit and all the air going into the mic, and that's going to fuck up your vocal takes. And that goes back to recording good vocal takes, because I know a lot of people record good takes and they be like minor things that fuck it up. It's like a little burst of air just comes right into the microphone and it just fucks it up, fucks up the take. We don't want to do that. All right, so use a pop filter, use an eyeball. If you don't have one, make one. You know what I'm saying? Get a hanger, wire hanger, go steal some pantyhose or something. I don't know, man. Like, just make some shit, man, to where you can, like, filter out the air, man. You don't want to have all the extra shit going into the vocals, all right? The fourth tip I got for you is to make sure you're using the best microphone that you have available to record vocals with, all right? All right, so a lot of people don't have microphones that are like 500 and up, and that's fine. But you shouldn't also record with the cheapest one that you can afford either, because if you can afford one that's better than the one you have, you should get the one that you can afford that's better than the one you have. But this this becomes a problem because different microphones react differently to different people's voices, right? There's not a perfect microphone for everybody's voice. Like, there's no microphone that's going to be perfect for everybody. That's why they make so many different types of microphones, because different microphones work better for certain voices. All right, you got to understand what your voice type is, which microphones give you the sound that you actually like, that you're actually looking for. And it's going to take some time to experiment. And if you're trying to buy a lot of different microphones, it's going to cost you a lot of money. That's why, like, if you go to different studios, you get to try out different microphones. Go to the studio and be like, what type of microphones do you have? I want to test out all these microphones, and just test the microphones out and see which one you like the best. You don't always have to go with a TLM 103. You don't always have to go with a U87. You don't always have to go with whatever microphone that you think everybody's recording with, because people are recording with different microphones. It's no like everybody has a special microphone that they use. And the fifth tip I got for you is to make sure your mic placement is on point. I cannot stress this enough. Mic placement is everything. Right now, like if this microphone is placed, it's placed cool. It probably could be placed differently, right? Because I want to be talking directly into the microphone. I don't want to have the microphone far away, because when the mic is far away from me, you don't hear my voice as full as it's supposed to be, right? It's a difference. Like you listening now, but when I bring it closer, you hear it differently, right? I sound different. But you don't want to be rapping to the side of the microphone either, because if you're talking to the side of the microphone, you hear how the audio changes, right? You hear how it changes. If I talk, like if it's too low and I'm looking up here at my phone up here, it's not gonna get the full vocal. That's gonna fuck up my take. And that goes back to recording good vocal takes. Everything revolves around you, the artist, right? Because you like mic placement, the microphone, everything matters. The small things matter when it comes to recording. Like you gotta do the small things. Tip number 6, breath control. This is gonna be a video I'm gonna do within itself, but I had to mention it in this video. Breath control, breathing. Learn how to breathe when you're rapping. All right, learn how to breathe. Like if you're trying to one take something and you keep fucking up, running out of breath, you're gonna learn how to breathe, or you're gonna learn how to punch in. It's two ways. You're gonna have to force yourself to learn how to breathe right and do it, because like the breaths make the shit sound natural. You could be like but you don't want to be you don't want to be doing that unless that's part of whatever it is that you're going for. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, it's like breath control. You want to be able to breathe. You want to make sure you're breathing. All right. Another tip that I should tell you is that you're really not supposed to be sitting down when you record. I sit down and record because I'm doing YouTube videos, whatever. I'm not really like singing and all this other shit. I hit the microphone. But like all this other shit, you're supposed to be standing up, right? You're not really supposed to sit down and record for real. You know what I'm saying? That's just a bonus tip. Tip number 7, record multiple takes, all right? I'm not saying like record the same take the same way every single time. Record multiple takes. You can record 2 takes, 3 takes, 4 takes of saying something differently, and you can use it later for the mixing process. Just gives your engineer or you something extra to work with if you want to do like backing vocals, but you're like, damn, I should make this a little thicker, or wish I could do like a cool harmony right here. And it's like, yo, you did different takes saying the same word kind of differently, and you could mix it together and get like something that just feels good. You know what I'm saying? So record multiple takes, because you never know. You might be able to comp a different verse or just give it a different vibe or some shit, because you just got different shit to work with. You want to give the engineer something good to work with. And if you're the engineer and the artist, you got really, really, really good control right here, because you determine what it is that you record and what you mix, all right? And tip number 8, get feedback from somebody. I know my voice sounds crazy, bro. I'm really fucking sick. I'm really dying right now. Like, I'm really fucking dying. Like, I'm really dying. Like, bro, like, I can't fucking breathe for real. Like, I can't breathe. Oh, shit. But like I was saying, get feedback from somebody that you trust, because us as creators, when we in a room by ourselves, we think everything we do is fire. Everything we do is the best ever, whatever. We need a second opinion. Sometimes you need a second. Sometimes you need a third. Some of you niggas need a 4th, 5th, and a 6th, and a 7th, and a 8th, and a 9th, and a 10th. All right? But that's beside the point. You want to make sure you got some feedback, somebody in there with you. Even if they don't know how to record, if they don't even know how to rap, you need somebody that's going to come from a fan's perspective, an honest perspective that will give you an honest opinion, whatever, man. You just want to have somebody there. Give you feedback on what you're doing. All right, look, and the last tip I got for you is to record in a room with the least amount of room reflection. And what I mean by that is pretty much self-explanatory, but for people that might not understand what I'm talking about, is the room that you record in, all right? What does the natural reverb sound like in the room? Do you have a hardwood floor? Is it like tile floor? Is it carpet on the floor? Like, what is it? Like, do you have stuff on the walls that's helping, like, keep the reflections to a minimum? Like, are you putting blankets down in the corners and stuff like that? Do you have like an isolation booth or something like that that you can do? Because a lot of people are limited to where they record. You might be able to record only in the bathroom, but it's okay. But you got to be able to finesse it to like dead in the room some. All right, you don't want to record in a room that's full of reflection, because that's going to interfere with the signal that you're putting into this microphone. All right, that's very important. So you want to be able to record somewhere where the room is kind of dead, but not too dead, but not just too reflective, right? Because you want clean vocals, you want dry vocals. The drier, the better. Because you don't want to record in the bathroom and have all that natural, like, weird reverb in your recording, and then you add reverb and that reverb is clashing. That's just something I don't want you to do or want you to have to deal with later on when mixing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of like a hard problem unless you have like a de-reverberation plugin. It's kind of hard to say that word, but I'm sick. I'm running out of breath here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best. I know my voice has probably changed through this whole fucking video, and I'm sorry and I apologize, but I fuck with y'all, so I had to make this video. You know what I'm saying? But listen, these are some tips that I felt should help you if you're not already doing some of these things. Just some things for you to think about. But listen, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Sky Jordxn. I'm out of here. Cool.